DBD has just released their patch notes for the next update, and I'm going to state my opinions from pros to cons to in between. First off, I gotta agree. Onryo got a good change. Not only the tapes got buffed, but she's also the same Onryo as before, but without those same weaknesses. And so it's really good. Billy is coming back to the meta. But instead of just making it the old Billy, they still have like the overheat mechanic, but as overdrive. And the fact I love the idea of adding it that if you overheat your whole power, you overdrive it, then you're just going to get buffed. I love that idea. He's definitely coming back as an A tier killer. Blanket got some mixed feelings. Don't get me wrong, a lot of changes are valid. Nerfing Blade Red and Crow, absolutely valid. Changing the Alchemist Ring from a instant recharge to a duration extension was actually really good. It still works the same as it always does. Adrenaline Vial getting nerfed, alright, valid, also valid. I like the take on Compound 33 though. It looks very promising. I think it will be a completely good meme perk. However, Iridescent Tag will give me a few... It gets me a little worried though, because it will be consecutive, and I'm not sure how it entirely works. Grim Embrace is also a good buff to its original standards, from the first hook blocking all generators. However, there are two cons to this whole update, and that happens to be Save the Best for Last getting a rework, and Mount Ormond getting a terrible update. Mount Ormond, I'm going to start off, is that when I listened to Ots and understood that this was a buff to the map, I honestly just cannot believe it anymore. That map has already been survivor-sided. There's been plenty of survivor-side maps beforehand, such as Gaines Meat Plan, Garden of Pain, Eerie of Crows, which is still pretty survivor-sided, in my opinion. However, Save the Best for Last is another problematic situation, because it says, lose a health state by any means with the obsession. Like, no, we're not talking if they get damaged by a special attack. We're talking if they lose a health state by any means, which is an unnecessary nerf to not all the killers, but one particular killer that's already been weak since the beginning of Dead by Daylight, the Trapper. Many people understood Trapper is the weakest killer, but I don't think people understand how much Save the Best for Last for Trapper really means. Because anyone who goes into his traps will cause them to lose a health state. And the Trapper, on the other hand, could damage the obsession with those traps, and he could unintentionally lose 2 tokens because of that trap. So yeah, I think there's a few L's on this. Mostly W's, but many L's.